You chose that wall color because it felt modern, maybe even calming. A soft gray, a muted blue, something neutral, safe. But what if I told you some of the most common paint choices in American homes are quietly draining energy from your space? Not in a mystical way, in a very real, everyday way. The kind you don't notice until you do. Until your kitchen feels a little colder. Until your bedroom doesn't help you rest like it used to. Until the energy in your house feels still but not in a peaceful way. Still, like a lake that hasn't seen wind in weeks. Most people don't realize that color isn't just decoration, it's interaction. Light hits a surface, your eyes read it, and your body responds. Some colors open you up, others close you down. And in certain spaces like the kitchen, the bedroom, or your front entryway, this matters more than you think. Because those spaces either hold your energy or let it leak out. And here's the kicker, it's often the colors we trust the most that do the most damage. So before we talk solutions, I want to take you through your own home. Not in theory, but in memory. That spot in your kitchen no one ever sits in. That wall near the front door that somehow feels colder. That bedroom where you sleep but rarely feel rested. You might think it's lighting, or clutter, or just life. But today, I want to show you how color, just color, can be the silent force shifting the way energy flows, rests, or gets stuck in your space. Because your house isn't unlucky, but the color on its walls might be telling a story you didn't mean to write. Ready to take a closer look? Part 1. Walls don't speak, but they know how to hold energy back. Some rooms in your house feel heavier. Not messy, not broken. Just tired. You walk in and something about the air doesn't move. The light feels like it lands and stays still. It doesn't bounce. It doesn't lift. You've cleaned, rearranged, maybe even added plants, but the feeling doesn't change. And chances are, you've never thought to question the wall color. Why would you? It's just paint. But here's what I've learned after 2 decades of observing how energy flows through homes. Walls don't speak, but they remember. They absorb. And sometimes they hold on to things you've long forgotten how to name. Let's talk about gray. It's everywhere. A safe, modern go-to for kitchens, bedrooms, even nurseries. It matches everything. It feels grown up. But in the wrong space and in the wrong shade, gray is the color of pause. It sits between black and white, between clarity and void. Energetically, it's a waiting room. A place where momentum softens, intentions blur, and time feels like it stretches without moving. And that might be exactly what you're feeling in that corner of your home you always avoid. That wall you thought looked clean. That cool-toned gray you chose because it looked good in a catalog but never quite felt right in real life. It's not about superstition. It's about sensation. Color changes how your body and mind respond to space. Warm tones expand, cool tones retreat. Deep colors ground, pale ones lift. That's not magic, it's light science, biology, and emotional association. But here's where it becomes powerful. Your walls are the largest visual surface in any room. They surround your every movement. You wake up to them, eat beside them, rest beneath them. And if those walls are holding a cold, heavy tone, they're not just reflecting light poorly, they're quietly shaping how you feel inside your own home. Now, not all gray is bad. Not all cool tones drain energy. But placement, intensity, and light interaction matter more than people realize. A soft dove gray in a sunlit living room. Peaceful, serene. But that same color in a shadowed hallway or a north-facing bedroom, it becomes dense, flat, silent in a way that doesn't soothe but numbs. And over time, it adds up not as drama, but as detachment. You stop lingering in that room. You stop cooking in that kitchen. You sit in the living room but don't feel rested. You can't explain why, but your body knows. This is where the idea of energetic memory comes in. Walls absorb repetition. The way you feel every day gets reflected right back at you. If a room constantly feels dull, uninspired, or isolating, your behavior adjusts to match. You speak less, move slower, delay tasks. You might even avoid that room altogether without realizing why. Then you add time, and what was once just a paint color becomes a quiet weight in your day-to-day life. It's not about being superstitious, it's about being aware. Take the bedroom, for example. If your walls are a cool, flat gray and the space lacks natural light, you're likely waking up slower than you should. Your circadian rhythm is subtly disrupted. The day doesn't start with lightness, it starts with neutral. And neutral, when overused, doesn't ground or energize, it just fades you into stillness. It's no wonder so many people say they wake up tired, even after 8 hours. The walls never help them wake. Or consider your kitchen the heart of warmth and nourishment. That's where energy is meant to move, stir, gather. But if your kitchen walls are steeped in charcoal or slate gray, paired with stainless steel and minimal warmth, you may start to feel less drawn to the space. Less likely to cook, linger, share. Food becomes function, not care. Meals become fast, not full, and again you may not notice the shift. But your nervous system does. It feels the absence of life. This isn't about repainting your entire home. It's about noticing. About asking where in your house does the energy feel soft and supported? Where does it feel dull or distant? And is the wall color part of that story? Because sometimes, changing a wall color isn't just aesthetic. It's emotional. It's how you reclaim momentum in spaces where things have gone still. It's how you shift from surviving in your home to feeling invited by it again. You don't need bright reds or bold patterns. You need warmth. You need reflection. You need colors that hold light and return it with softness, not silence. So if there's a room in your house that you've stopped using, or a space that no longer feels like yours, don't start with furniture. Start with the walls. They've been listening longer than you think. Part 2, your kitchen holds fire energy. Don't let the wall color extinguish it. You might not think about your kitchen walls when you feel uninspired to cook. You might blame your schedule, your mood, or the mess on the counter. But here's the truth: your kitchen has its own energy. And more than any other space in your home, it holds fire. Not metaphorically, energetically. It's the only room where heat is not just present, but constant. Where warmth is generated, food is transformed, and people, if the space is right, gather. The kitchen is your home's emotional hearth, but like any fire, it can dim, flicker, or even fade to ash. And wall color, it's one of the fastest ways that happens. Think back. Have you noticed how some kitchens feel alive? The ones where sunlight hits just right, where meals linger into laughter, where people tend to lean on counters and stay. Now think of the ones that feel sharp, cold, where cooking feels like a task and not a comfort, where you rush in, reheat something, and rush out. It's not always about layout. It's about how the space holds energy, and color plays a much bigger role in that than we're taught to believe. Many American kitchens today lean toward gray. Gray cabinetry, gray backsplash, gray walls. It looks clean, minimal, sophisticated. But in energetic terms, it's a color that calms fire. And when overused in a kitchen, it doesn't just neutralize the decor, it smothers the warmth. This doesn't mean you need red walls or copper everything. It means the space needs to feel alive. And gray, in the wrong balance, brings a kind of quiet that feels like absence. Now imagine a kitchen with charcoal gray walls, stainless steel appliances, and dark flooring. There's beauty in that design, but where's the warmth? Where does energy move? Fire needs breath. It needs movement. If the walls don't reflect light, if the surfaces mute every color, then over time, the space becomes still. Cooking becomes transactional. Meals become silent. And without even noticing, the kitchen stops being a place where energy builds, it becomes one where it disappears. Let's get more practical. In Feng Shui, the kitchen represents nourishment not just of the body, but of the household's finances and emotional life. When fire energy is strong, people cook more, they share more. There's motion, aroma, conversation. When fire weakens, cooking becomes a chore. The fridge fills with leftovers that no one touches. The microwave becomes the most used appliance. You begin to rely on convenience over connection. And it's not just habit, it's atmosphere. Now imagine the same kitchen with soft cream walls, or a warm top, or even a muted terracotta. Light bounces. The space feels open, receptive. The same appliances, the same layout, but the energy is different. You don't just walk in and use the kitchen, you dwell in it. You notice the sound of water, the scent of spices, the way the morning light hits the countertop. It's subtle, but it changes the way you relate to the space and to the people inside it. And this matters more than ever. In a culture where so much happens on the go, the kitchen is one of the last places where slowness can still live. But slowness doesn't grow in sterile space. It needs warmth, texture, light. It needs a space that tells you it's okay to stay. That's why restaurants use warm lighting and rich colors. Not because it's trendy, but because it extends the meal. It softens time. There's another layer here too. Kitchens are transitional spaces. They connect public and private, work and rest. They're often the first place you enter when you come home and the last before you leave. And wall color in that space sets the emotional tone. If it's harsh, sterile, or overly cool, you carry that feeling into your next moment. But if it's grounded, soft, and subtly warm, you exhale without even realizing it. And that changes everything. This isn't about aesthetics. It's about resonance. about how space communicates. You don't need to renovate. You don't need to follow trends. You need to feel. When you walk into your kitchen, does your body soften or brace? Do you feel welcome or invisible? That's not about design. That's about energy. And if your kitchen is wrapped in a color that holds nothing back, no warmth, no bounce, no reflection, it's likely holding your fire hostage. The fix isn't complicated. Start with one wall. Paint it something warmer off-white with a golden undertone, soft peach, light earth. Add a natural wood shelf. Bring in a small plant with round leaves. Let daylight touch something. Let color reflect something. You don't need to turn your kitchen into a magazine spread. You just need to remind it and yourself that fire is worth tending. And if you're not sure where to begin, stand in your kitchen at dusk. Don't turn on the lights. Just look. Where does your eye land? Where does your energy drop? That's your clue. That's where you start. The goal isn't brightness, it's balance. You want to feel like the space is holding you, not draining you. Because in the end, the kitchen isn't just where we feed ourselves. It's where we remember that warmth isn't a temperature, it's a state of being. And if your walls aren't helping you feel that, maybe it's time to give your fire room to breathe again. Part 3. It's not that you can't sleep. Your walls just don't want you to rest. You go to bed, you close your eyes, you wait for the rest to come. But it doesn't quite arrive. You awaken in the morning and something still feels undone, as if your body slept, but your space didn't. It's not that you can't rest. It's that your walls aren't letting you. The color behind you is keeping you awake. Look at the walls of your bedroom in the soft morning light. Are they bright and open, or do they soak up the light and seem to hold it hostage? A wall painted in a flat, cool blue-gray might seem peaceful in a magazine. But when real sunlight comes in, the color drops into stillness. It doesn't lift. It doesn't embrace the space. It holds the room in a kind of quiet arrest. And our bodies, designed for motion and restoration, feel a mismatch. We rest, but the space doesn't. When the color of your room says pause, your systems go into pause too. You start the day slower. You turn over naturally later. You feel rested in theory, but your energy knows otherwise. Color isn't just a design choice, it's an invitation or a barricade. Soft greens and light earth tones allow the walls to breathe. They donate light. They allow openness. But when the walls retract color, they retract comfort. And night after night, you accept less rest. In the context of American home life, where our bedrooms are sanctuaries from the busyness of work, screens, errands, the wall color becomes a silent boundary. A boundary between exhaustion and renewal, between forgetting and becoming again. If that color leans toward the heavy side, you may be lying in the dark and seeing shadows where the walls should reflect calm. The quiet hum that stays intact through the night isn't rest, it's inertia. Imagine waking each morning and feeling not just awake, but grounded. Imagine a room where the walls seem to relax around you, not press in. Where light doesn't bounce awkwardly, but settles gently. Where you don't ask yourself why you're still tired, you just aren't. That shift is possible. It starts with one decision: the color you sleep beside. Because your bedroom walls aren't neutral. They're part of your daily rhythm. They influence how deeply you rest, how swiftly you rise, how fully you live the next day. And if you haven't felt right waking up for months, or maybe years, perhaps it's not your mattress, your schedule, or your mindset. Maybe the wall behind your head simply isn't ready to let you go. So tonight, before you drift off, notice the shade behind your pillow. Notice how the wall behaves in the dark. Does it feel protective or distant? Does it reflect your rest or silently hold back? The answer is there. Your rest is there. And your walls either invite it or quietly block it. Part 4. Your front door might be turning luck away without you noticing. You come home and drop your keys on the table. You let out a breath. The day stays outside, or at least it should. The front door is supposed to be your threshold between the world and your peace. But what if I told you it might also be the reason good things haven't been coming in? Not because the door is locked, but because the energy stops there. Not because of bad luck, but because of color. The color of your front door is more than curb appeal. It's more than resale value. It's a signal, an invitation, or a warning. In every culture, the front entrance holds meaning. In the flow of home energy, it's where life enters. It's where newness begins, and if the tone of that space is cold, harsh, or overly muted, the invitation gets quiet, almost invisible. You're not blocking luck. You're not cursed. But you may be whispering "not now" without realizing it. Think about it, how do you feel when you pull into your driveway and face your front door? Does it brighten your return, or dim it? Does it feel alive, or does it blend into everything else? A door that fades into its surroundings can quietly make you feel like coming home isn't an event, it's just another step. And over time, that flattens how you feel about your space, your routines, and even your next chapter. Many homes today use colors like deep charcoal, muddy browns, or industrial grays for the entrance. They look clean, they match the trim, they don't offend the neighborhood's palate. But those same shades, without light or warmth, often absorb energy rather than invite it. They swallow motion instead of signaling movement. And this matters more than most people think, because how your front door feels affects how you walk through it. This isn't about superstition. It's about cues. About how our brains and bodies interpret signals before we even open the door. A red door, historically, was a sign of welcome. A blue door suggests calm. A yellow one adds cheer. But a gray or brown door without variation, light, or texture can feel like a closed chapter. Not closed for protection, but for pause. And you may be stepping into your own home every day with a feeling of disconnection you've never been able to name. Let's go deeper. Your front entry sets the tone for everything that follows. It's where your mail piles up, where you hang your coat, where you glance at yourself before leaving. If that space feels dim, overly cool, or lifeless, it sends a message: don't linger. And that's exactly what the energy of opportunity will do. It lingers where it's invited. It stays where it's acknowledged. And your front door color is often the first and loudest message. Now, this isn't about painting your door red because someone said it attracts wealth. It's about noticing what your current color is not doing. Does it make the space feel protected and open? Does it complement the light or compete with it? Does it welcome both you and what you hope is coming? If not, there's an adjustment waiting to be made, not for aesthetics, but for alignment. Let's say your door is painted a cool gray. It looks sharp. It pairs well with stone or black trim. But every time you come home, the entry feels unremarkable. The hallway feels colder. You drop your things quickly, move through fast. You rarely pause there. That's not by accident. That's what still energy does. And it doesn't just affect your mood, it ripples into how you host guests, how you start your mornings, how you carry yourself in and out of your own life. Now imagine the same entry, but with a door painted a rich, earthy tone. Maybe a muted clay red, or a soft olive green. Maybe even a classic navy with warm undertones. Suddenly, light interacts differently. The space feels more rooted. You linger a little longer. You open the door a little wider. You don't have to announce to the world that change is coming, but your home does it for you. Quietly. Clearly. Here's what this really comes down to. Your front door is a handshake with the universe. A non-verbal greeting to what's next. You don't need it to shout, but you do need it to speak. To light up just enough to be seen. To suggest presence. To suggest that the people inside this house you are ready to receive. And if right now your entry feels dull, overly shadowed, or unmemorable, there's your clue. Don't underestimate the power of subtle design. Energy moves where we feel seen, where we feel safe, where we feel a flicker of yes. That's the kind of space you want to build, not just for guests or passers-by, but for yourself. For every version of you that comes home tired, ambitious, lost, or hopeful. That version deserves to be greeted. So if your front door has blended into the background for too long, maybe it's time to let it stand up and say something. Maybe it's time to let your home start the conversation again. Because the luck you've been waiting for might not be lost. It might just be circling the block, waiting for a clearer invitation. And that invitation begins with color. It always has. Part 5. Changing the wall might change the way you speak to your home. We talk to our homes more than we realize. Not with words, but with choices. The way we place a chair. The way we light a hallway. The color we decide to live beside every single day. And in return, our homes speak back. Through feeling. Through mood. Through how we move or avoid moving in a space. Some houses feel like a welcome. Others feel like a shrug. But rarely do we stop to ask, is it time to change the conversation? Here's the truth no one tells you: one wall can change everything. Not because paint is magic, but because intention is. When you repaint a wall with awareness, you're not just refreshing color, you're rewriting the energy it holds. A wall you've ignored for years becomes a point of presence. A corner that once felt lifeless becomes luminous. You start looking at your home instead of walking through it half aware. And that shift, though small, ripples into how you rest, how you connect, how you rise each morning. Think about the walls you've stopped noticing. The ones you pass 10 times a day but never look at. That silence is telling you something. A muted gray that dulls the morning light. A beige so flat it swallows your joy. A deep color that once felt cozy but now weighs the space down like a memory that never really left. Color affects us not through logic but through rhythm. It's the hum in the background of our lives. And when that hum is off, everything feels just a little harder. You don't need to repaint your entire house. You don't need to become a designer or learn theory. Start with one place, one wall, one feeling. Is there a wall you avoid sitting near? One that feels darker than the others even when the lights are on? Start there. Look at it at sunrise, at dusk. Notice how it behaves. Then ask yourself, does this wall support me, or does it hold something still? Because stillness can be a gift, but not when it turns into stagnation. Not when it keeps you in patterns you've outgrown. Color should carry you forward, not hold you back. A soft golden hue in the kitchen invites connection. A warm off-white in the bedroom softens the air. A blush of earth tone at the entry whispers this is your place to land. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to return to a home that reflects who you are now, not who you were when you painted that wall 5 years ago. There's something deeply empowering about picking up a paintbrush with the intention to heal, to renew, to say, this space deserves more life, and so do I. And while no wall can solve everything, one intentional change can create enough energy to shift what felt stuck. That's how momentum begins, not with a renovation, but with recognition. The clients I've worked with over the years always think the transformation begins with the color. But what actually changes is their relationship with the room. They start using it again. They linger. They breathe deeper. Meals taste better. Sleep deepens. Conversations open up. Not because the paint held magic, but because they did. The wall just made space for it to return. So if there's a wall in your home that no longer supports your energy, don't wait for the perfect season, the right sale, or someone else to tell you it's worth doing. Your home is the backdrop to your becoming. It's not supposed to stay static when you are evolving. And sometimes, the most meaningful upgrades are the quiet ones. The ones that ask no permission but change everything. Paint is just color. But the decision to shift your space, that's declaration. That's movement. That's you saying, I'm ready to feel differently here. And if one wall has been holding on to a version of you that no longer fits, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to start again. Even if it's just a small patch of color. A gentle reminder that your home listens and it's waiting for you to speak with intention. Because in the end, your house isn't just where you live, it's how you live. And every wall is a chance to speak your energy, one shade at a time. Final, what if your home isn't stuck just waiting for you to notice it again? Not the furniture, not the square footage. The energy, the feeling. The way a wall catches light or holds it. The way a kitchen invites you to stay or asks you to hurry. The way a bedroom lets your body sleep but not your spirit. Or the way a front door forgets how to welcome new things in. Color is one of the quietest forces shaping our lives. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It works in whispers, in how we feel without knowing why. It lifts us or pulls us back. And when we choose it without intention or keep what no longer fits, we start to move through our own home like strangers. But today, maybe something shifted. Maybe a part of you saw a wall, not for how it looks but for what it holds. And that awareness is powerful. Because homes don't need to be perfect. They need to feel alive. In sync with who you are now, not who you were when you first painted them. And when you begin to shift even just one color, with care, with feeling, with presence, you're not just redesigning, you're realigning. So if something in this video stirred something in you, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being willing to feel deeper into your space. That takes courage. That takes honesty. And whether you change a whole room, or just start by noticing what needs light, may your home begin to reflect not just your style, but your energy, your growth, your peace. I hope your next step feels gentle but meaningful. I hope your walls start speaking kindly to you again. And I hope truly that wherever you are, you feel just a little more home. Until next time, take care of your space and of yourself.